agree on a cash price, how quickly do you want to be out of that house?
30 days.
Okay.
I think I could be out in 30 days.
Okay. I didn't actually know that we would be really working, actually making phone calls and kind of doing things that I had been really nervous about at home. But to come in and have kind of maybe a better script that I felt like I didn't have before, and all of the information in our little folders that had like our outbound calling script, all of those things was really exciting for me to know that I can use these. People have used them, they work. It was really cool to put everything into action and start making those calls. It was just a really exciting experience to implement the business and not just learn about it. So to be able to do that this weekend, I could probably do for like 5 more days with the team and the help. It's really, really exciting.
You talk about 5 years, 10 years down the road. Where is it that you want to be in 5 to 10 years down the road? Do you want to be in a CEO position where you have people filling all these roles? Do you still want to be acquisition because that's your passion and that's what you want to do? And that's perfectly okay if that's what you want to do. But I think you guys need to start looking at that plan and where do you want to fit into the business? Because if you're a lead manager now, you're probably not going to be a lead manager 5 years from now. How do you want to fit in and how do you want your role to be?
And our goal is to help you guys get to that next level by avoiding every mistake that we've made in the past and help you guys get there.
Me coming in Thursday morning, I didn't know what to expect, obviously, because I've never been to something similar to this. And like you mentioned, Deal Syndicate, it's your first one, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna keep an open mind. And I thought it'd be very, not too hands-on, but it was very like, we used real world examples. And we're able to just see exactly the whole process of what every single person was doing. Yeah, because I was just more confused. I was like, hey, what are we going to be doing? You know, I thought it was just going to be not too much meat on the bone and just a lot of like theory, you know? But then me being able to like call people, and then even John being there telling me, hey, this is the process. You got to look through everything. You got to go do this. You got to contact them this way, talk to them this way, and then just coach me in real time was awesome. Yeah.
To hear all the other people around me doing the calls at the same time, because just realizing that we're all in the same boat, everybody kind of learning together, and you learn a little bit different things. One person might say next to you than what you're saying, and just the approach that they're using. You hear their tone of voice. Those kind of things I was picking up on while I'm doing my calls, and that was encouraging and helpful.
Right, it's one thing to talk about the business, but it's another thing to see it directly, see them making calls, see what they're doing behind their, and also getting to do it, calling on the leads. A lot of times you don't get that at these type of events. You get the information, right? But what is information worth if you can't implement it? I went to Gia, and she was busy. She had a lot going on. She was busy, and I had some questions for her, and she stopped what she was doing and started helping me. And she was like, hey, yeah, pull up a chair. Literally sat down, we started going down, breaking down the deal, started asking me these questions, and literally structuring and going over that deal. Like, you just don't get that. You can't find that out there. For me, I'm really grateful for that, having that experience and that opportunity, and want to take advantage as much as I can.
Hey there, my name's Sean Terry, and I'd like to ask you a question. Are you seriously interested in becoming a real estate wholesaler and having all the things that are associated with it, like the freedom to do whatever you want with who you want, travel across the world, make incredible amount of money, and have the freedom to do what you want with who you want? Real estate wholesaling gives you that freedom that you are searching for. The problem is that there's not accessible people to learn how to do the business. Someone you could go side by side. Now, I know when I first got started a handful of years ago, I bought this course for $500 and I watched the VCR tapes, and I literally had to go out by myself and knock on pre-foreclosure doors, and it was lonely. I wanted to quit hundreds of times a day. It was terrible. So I know exactly what you're going through. When you're first starting, you're just searching for information. You're searching for a business model that works. You're searching for someone that you can model, that you can duplicate, that has success, that's willing to teach you what is actually working versus what was working or what used to work maybe way back when. The bottom line is that with Deal Syndicate, I want to share with you and show you some really cool stuff. It's almost like skydiving. It's the best analogy I can think of. Now, I don't know if you've ever been skydiving before, but you can understand the experience, and you have a couple different choices. You either A, could go solo, or B, you could go tandem. Now, picture this as, you get in a plane and you fly up to 10,000 feet and you're cruising at 10,000 feet. You kind of look over, out the window, and all you see is clouds, and you see Earth. And then they open up the door and they tell you to get ready and jump. And you have a choice, solo or tandem. So now you're standing on the edge of the plane, right? The wind is like blowing all over the place. You got your little helmet on, you got your backpack and your chute that's hopefully it's packed correctly. Hopefully all the equipment, everything you have, all the tools that you have for a chute is working correctly and you know how to use it. And you're standing at the edge and now you have to jump, right? Solo or tandem. See, what's the analogy? The analogy is you're in the exact same spot. You're at the edge of the plane and you want to jump out 10,000 feet up in the business of wholesaling, and you're either going to do solo or tandem. In solo, most people go down the solo path because they don't have someone to offer them a tandem approach. And the bottom line is, if you jump solo, guess what? If you jump out and you do something wrong, you pull the wrong cord, you don't pull it in time, you don't know what you're doing. A seller calls on a smoking hot deal and you offer the wrong number. A deal comes in, you don't really know how to structure because they have a loan in place and it's in foreclosure and they have a second note, and what do? You don't have the right title company that can help you out and asks a question you don't really know and understand. The process of making an offer, understanding the business model, you get a deal under contract, but then you can't find a buyer. That is like standing on the edge and jumping out solo. It's trying to figure it out yourself. Well, if you do that, skydiving, you can plummet to your death. Same in business, same as a real estate wholesaler, trying to figure it out yourself. You can plummet to your business death, and you know what that is? Quitting. That means all your hopes, your dreams, your excitement, what you wanted to accomplish has now vanished. Now, I've been, excited about opportunities and found out that I can't do it, or I quit them. And I don't want that for you. I want you to become successful real estate wholesalers. So I want to offer you a tandem opportunity, meaning you can work directly with us. So what's the other option? Now you can stand on the edge and you can jump out of the plane and you have someone on your back and they're whispering in your ear, do this, do that, right? Here's when you pull the chute, here's what you do, and they're gonna be with you, tandem. You're gonna have a lot more confidence and a lot more success because they've been there, done that. So here's the thing, Deal Syndicate, you get to work directly with me and my team. My team that we are talking to sellers every single day. We're making offers every single day. We're overcoming objections every single day. We're finding buyers in markets all across the country. We're solving problems every single day. Do you realize there's not one problem and there's not one question that cannot be answered? That we've probably already answered? I've been doing this for 17 years. My team is on fire. And we'll work directly with you. Now, the cool thing about Deal Syndicate is you get to earn while you learn. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna provide leads for you, and you're gonna have a team, right? And you're gonna have a team leader. And what happens is you're gonna be calling leads. You're gonna be talking to sellers. You're gonna be doing the business. And guess what? You're gonna be making offers. You're gonna be getting properties under contract. So we actually had a lady at the last Deal Syndicate we did in Scottsdale that talked to a seller, made an offer, got a property under contract, and the spread is $23,000. You know what she's gonna get? Just for being there, participating, and calling the seller? 25% or $5,750 check that we're gonna send her just because she participated, and we're gonna handle the entire transaction. So you get to earn while you learn. Now, the breakthroughs people had were amazing. They not only got to learn, but they got to participate in doing the business. And that's just part of it. We do that 4 times a year. Then we get on calls every single month. And then we have a Discord channel that everyone gets together. And it's phenomenal, the support to work with you, to help you, tandem with you, to help you go out there and achieve the results. There's nothing more exciting watching someone grow from quarter to quarter, from meeting to meeting, and become what they thought they couldn't. So you got a choice, right? You could jump out of a plane solo, right? Or you could go tandem. Well, with Deal Syndicate, what we do is we do 4 meetings a year where you either come to Scottsdale, wherever city we have, and we have an entire event team that works with you. The last event we had here in Scottsdale was phenomenal. We had, I don't know how many, 30, 40, 50 people in the room. We had each team that was kind of broken up. They had team leaders. They had leads that they called. They had goals that they'd accomplish, and they had points. And we had, each team had friendly competition of how many points they could get. So we're all outside having, lunch. It was incredible, all interacting, and the camaraderie, the teamwork, the community that we've built, and now the goals that were set that they could accomplish from meeting 1 to meeting 2 to quarter 1 to quarter 2, from quarter 2 to quarter 3 is absolutely phenomenal. Imagine a plugging into something where you could plug into. Now you could go tandem, right? And now you have, your questions answered, because for every question, there's an answer. For every problem, there's a solution. You might not know it working by yourself or just trying to figure it out. But guess what? There is a solution for every problem. And with this community that we've built and with this system that we have, you get to plug in, and our goal is to help you achieve success. So the whole thing is, now, once you've got up to where you're doing 50,000 plus to 100,000 plus in revenue, then you can move on to the next step, which is 6-Figure Syndicate, which is the best real estate wholesaling mastermind on the planet today. 6-Figure Syndicate is all about the transformation from being a solopreneur, a one-man show, to a full-fledged business owner. And it's all based around the book Traction. Now, if you've never heard of the book Traction, I highly recommend it. It's by Gino Winkman. And he talks about, that book literally changed my life. But he talks about having a vision of where you want to go. You have to have a vision, right? Then you have to have an organizational chart. You have to put all those jobs in an organizational chart. And each job has a role and responsibility. They have a pay, right? And what they do and what they need to do and report on, all the numbers they need to report on, right? Then you have that. Then you have weekly meetings. Then you have a scorecard, a KPI scorecard. Well, guess what? Six Figure Syndicate, we take people that want to transform from a solopreneur that wants to become a full-fledged business owner, and we have that entire model mapped out. And everyone's following the same model as a real estate wholesaler. Guess what? We all have the same scorecards. We all have similar meetings. We all have the same organizational charts. Already I built it, it's my team, right? I've got all this completely done. I've done it with my team and I'm sharing it with you guys. And it's amazing the massive success these people are having. Now, we just had a meeting here recently in Scottsdale, and we had the whole group together, and people were sharing their scorecards and sharing their business and their presentation, and they're hiring maybe another person. They're going through this process, but they have a system to follow, right? They're not just trying to wing it. Who do I hire next? Do I hire a VA? Right? Or do I hire someone in-house? Do I hire someone over? Do I hire a lead manager first? What do I do? And how do I pay them? You know, do I do a W-2 or a 1099? What should I do? There's answers for all that. And the bottom line is this, is that Six Figure Syndicate maps out that entire thing, and then you follow the process. We meet 4 times a year. So this time in Scottsdale was absolutely amazing. We got to learn from all the people in the room, and they shared in their presentation one thing that was crushing in their business. So the cool thing is you got to leave with one thing, with 20 different things that are crushing in the business right now. It keeps you so on the edge and timely. And the other thing is everyone shared their need, what they needed to fix, what they needed to accomplish, what they need in their business, and then they set a goal. So now every single quarter we meet, you can come every quarter if you want, or you don't have to if you want to. But what happens is they come on every quarter and the growth is exponential. And you follow a process that's amazing, where people from first quarter, they have no employees. By the fourth quarter, they have 6 employees, and they're a complete different person. And I can tell you, you'll never understand leverage until you hire your first person. When you're on an appointment or you're making an offer to a seller and you have marketing going out or calls coming in, the calls are being answered and things are being done without your energy and effort, and you get that done, and this done over here too, it's amazing. Imagine your whole entire business like that. My business right now, we do millions and millions of dollars a year. We wholesale deals all across the entire country, and I run it by a 90-minute Monday morning meeting. I take care of the marketing in the business. I do all the marketing, and I get the leads coming in, but majority of my energy and effort in the business is a 90-minute Monday morning meeting. And we do a ton. I got a whole team of people, and we do a ton of business. That's the business model. That's the process we're talking about. And Six Figure Syndicate is the #1 real estate mastermind on the planet, wholesaling mastermind on the planet, where you can transform and learn that process. Here's the deal though, it's by invitation only. We have a couple more seats available. Our rooms are at certain capacity, so we have a couple more seats available. So I decided to put this video together to show you what we do and how we do it, and invite you to the next Six Figure Syndicate that's coming up this coming quarter. Now, all you got to do is you got to click the button below or fill out the form below, and Bryant is my right-hand man. One of my team members will call you, and we want to make sure this is a right fit for you. We want to make sure this fits for you, and obviously it's a win-win for both parties. And obviously that you can fit with the community that we have already established. So all you got to do is click that below, and you can see if you qualify, and I'd love to have you be part of it. But here's the underlying factor. If you are dead serious about your real estate wholesaling business, you have been searching to try to find somebody or a model or something you can follow or something you could dive into and be part of a community and really learn a business model that works, that crushes, that you can do, you know, $100,000 a year or $100,000 a month or more. This six-figure syndicate is exactly what you're looking for. If you're deadly serious about that, fill out the form below. And while you talk to Brian, talk to one of my team members there, and I will see you at the next Six Figure Syndicate quarterly meeting. It will change your life. I guarantee it. God bless.